Well, we finally made it to Clash at the Castle. We've been hearing them talk about it for forever now, really, since they made the announcement for the first stadium show in the UK in what 35 years. I mean, it's a really big deal that they're finally doing it. And I hope it, adds up. I think they have some really good opportunities at some of the matches that they have booked for the show to really, you know, give the fans an amazing show. Uh yeah, there's somewhere I'm sitting there going, well, hopefully this happens. Match is still going to be great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, bashing any of that because, it's not who I am. It's not who I want to be. And I don't think it's fair to any of them, but it should be like a really, really good show. No matter what anyone says, I think that there might even be a return or two just because look all the returns we've had so far. Excuse me. So, why wouldn't there suddenly be a big return, to add to something, get a pop, give the fans something really impressive as they've waited this long, just to even have another stadium show. Again, that's the really biggest part of it. I mean, I hope they are, excuse me, pulling out all the stops on this one. I really do. I think most of us can agree that it's long overdue, but I'm going to say that Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins, man, that match intrigues me. See what they could all pull off in that because no matter what anyone says, oh, he doesn't wear shoes, he's a goof. Like, look what he's doing without shoes. As a goof, as everyone calls him. He could do all that athletic stuff without any shoes or anything. I don't care. And they're having him finally show some anger and stuff. So I think that's going to be good. But Gunther and Sheamus, like I'm looking, that'll be the match right there. They're going to go out there and beat the bejesus out of each other. We all know that. That is going to be the match of the night. No matter what happens anywhere else, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shenanigans, but I'm really, really looking forward to Gunther and Sheamus. And I think it's going to be a knock them down, beat the hell out of each other, brawl. And we don't get to see too many of those. And let Sheamus show what he can do with someone else that has the same exact things, which is fire with fire, just pummeling each other. And that's exciting to me because those matches always turn out good, just like in the Thunderdome with Drew and Sheamus. We knew exactly what they were going to do, and they went out there and beat the piss out of each other. So, very excited about that. We'll see how it all goes. I don't have these in any order, so the order I go in, don't get mad if it's not the order that they do them on the show. God knows what they're going to do, but Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. As a fan, I'd like to see Edge win from, they get their big thing. It'd be nice if they could see the guy that they've wanted to see live in one of these shows for very long. Edge and Ray, get the victory. It'd be good for the fans there. But yeah, from a business side, I don't think the Judgment Day can walk around away from this one without a win. I don't know how they're going to get it. I'm sure there's going to be something going on there, but I just don't see like since it's all like you've looked at some of the booking and went why, and which is a damn shame because the talent involved, no matter what you have to say, Finn Balor and Damian Priest are talented, but the way they've been booked, like they cannot afford to lose this. I don't think. I mean, they take another L. I just don't see it going. Good for them. Big turn could be like, what does Dom do? Does Dom come down there and finally turn on Ray? I'd rather him not do it again. I don't want to see him get thrown into the Judgment Day in a big faction. I've been over this before. I'd like to see Ray, do his thing and have Dom just vanish for a little bit. After getting, sure you could just pummel him, but have him show back up at 2.0 and actually develop a character and all that because he's never had a character the whole time on the main roster. He's just been Rey Mysterio's son. So I think it'd be really good for him, even if it takes him getting mauled and vanishing for a few months to show up at 2.0 and get some just character development, microphone skills, just get all of that built up to the where, it needs to be because I don't think that he's there, whether it's talking Now, a lot of stuff, the aspects of like, I just don't think he's there to where he could join the Judgment Day, and he's nowhere near the same level as them. I mean, they could help him get there. We've seen people that weren't ready yet, get there, but he hasn't been ready for the years he's been there. And I don't think his microphone skills are suddenly going to go from where they are to 1,000 times better overnight. I just, I don't see it. I don't like it. Hopefully they don't do it. Again, comment, tell me what your thoughts are. That's just my personal. I don't think that would be a good thing for him. You can hate me all you want, but I think we can all agree Dom's not ready and it just wouldn't work. But again, as a fan, I want to see Edge get the win just because it's Edge and we all know it's coming to an end. But business wise, Judgment Day loses, they're dead in the water. Like it won't help them at all because they need the credibility. We'll see. I don't know. God, don't have Dom turn. Have him get like mauled and again, shelf 2.0, actually build something. That's what he needs to do. We'll see what they do on it. I think it's going to be a good match. I just don't want to see Dom turn. Don't care otherwise. Remember what I want to see. I just want it to be a good match, all of these. But please, God, don't have Dom turn. The Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther defending against Sheamus. Fan and business size. Has to be Gunther in my eyes. Now, because he's been, we all liked him as Walter. His matches he had with, like, there was such a long time. Talking about the big long title run. I mean, a lot of that was during COVID and 2020 shutdown, so he couldn't defend it. So, those days don't matter to me. But he was a great champion over there. And look at the work that him and Lou have put in. And the shape they got themselves in. I've always been a fan. I wish they would do better for, Ludwig. He doesn't even have his own theme. Yeah, all of that. But as a fan and the business side, Gunther needs to get the win. But I think they're going to steal the show. I think they're going to slap the bejesus out of each other. If you're listening to this and it's not time yet, go find those Thunderdome matches with Drew and Sheamus beating the bejesus out of each other. I think we're going to have another just knock them down brawl. Hard hitting. Dan used the word slobber knocker last night, so I'll go say that. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be match, right up there around match of the night. And everyone's going, what's going to happen between Roman and Drew? That's all the talk. I think they're going to steal the show in this one. The next match attack about has a chance too, but that's just going to be a good old fashioned brawl, which is, a large part of the style over there, which lends its hand. But I just don't see the point in Sheamus winning. Yeah, I just don't get it. It makes no sense at all to get the title off of Gunther for Sheamus. Like it does nothing. So hopefully they don't do anything stupid. I'm sure idiots are going to get involved. The Butches, which was nice to see him wrestle in his Pete Dunne gear and bring a lot of that moveset back. That was good to see on SmackDown. Ridge, whatever. Yeah, Ludwig, sure. There's going to be some kind of stupid. But regardless of that, I think they're going to tear the house down and it'll be really, really good. So, match of the night right there. I'm calling it. We shall see if it actually, adds up. But I just don't see how it couldn't. I don't. It should be really, really fantastic. And again, as I said, the next match, Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. I have to go with Riddle on both of them just, to see who's going to win because in both aspects, whether you're a fan, and again, everyone talks trash because, fingernail polish and he doesn't wear shoes or bro. But whatever, like, watch what he does in the ring. Take all of that aside. Look what he's doing without shoes on. Better than guys with boots and grip and all that are doing, which is athletic and amazing. But Seth doesn't need the win. Even big old Seth fans know he doesn't need the win at this big show. He doesn't need it. And it could help, get Riddle another step up because Seth can be that guy to get people, up to the next level and help elevate them with what he can do in his talents and abilities. So I don't think that he's perfect now because he can lose and it doesn't make a damn difference. Like that's how good he is with his character right now. It takes a lot to be able to lose and no one care. and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he could take the L. It won't make a difference. A win against Seth would be huge for Matt Riddle as he got the name back. And I think that's going to be like round number 2 of the night. Like, I think it's going to be really good. I just think Sheamus and Gunther are just going to have, just because we know what it's going to be. So it's going to be great. But, you know, yeah, comment and tell me what you think about any of that. I just don't think Seth needs it. Doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever for him to win. They still pull it out, and I'm wrong. Yes, but does he need it? No. I mean, some kind of shady shenanigan for him to win it. Yeah, but other than that, I just don't see the point. So he can just lose and lose and lose, and he's done such a good job to get himself where he is that it doesn't make a lick of difference. And that's actually a good change bait. There's people that are heels, and you're like, what? They can't afford to lose, even though they're a heel. Like Seth's to the point where he could just keep losing, and it wouldn't make a difference. And I think that takes great talent. Which moves us on to Bianca Belair, sorry, Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. As a fan, I just like Alexa and Asuka, so I want to see one of them. Yeah, obviously Alexa in pecking order first to see her get a pinfall over someone and not be Bianca to finish it off like we see so much, or even Asuka. Like I like her too. It'd be nice to see that. But business wise, after the women's tag titles not going to Dakota and Io, which I see a lot of people complaining, but we're all one of the people. There's a lot of us that were complaining about it's too predictable. Everyone's like, yeah, they're gonna win it. So to have them lose to Raquel, Aaliyah was there, but to have them lose to Raquel, no one saw it coming. And if they take the loss here to Bianca and them, I just don't see it ending good for that. I just don't know how it could end. Maybe a DQ, so no one looks weak. I don't know. As Alexa, she needs more wins because I think she should be, in the title picture for real. Not the stuff she did with Charlotte before she went away. Asuka, obviously, she could probably take the pin, but they won't let Bianca get pinned. We all know it. Everyone can agree on that. And I just don't, see. I think it'll be a good match. Don't get me wrong. I just don't see how Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka can win because I just don't think Bayley, Dakota, and Io are that far, where they need to be, where they could take, 2 losses in major matches in a week. Lose the title match on Monday, on Raw, and then lose the match at the premium live event on Saturday. I don't see them doing it. Wouldn't make sense. So they have to win. I just want to see who they're going to pin, and the name isn't going to be Bianca. Business wise, no one can argue that doesn't make sense. They're going to lose, and it's not going to be her. Hopefully, they prove me wrong. I don't know. I just don't want to see Bianca, if they do win, be the one to get the win, just to have more spotlight. Like, she's already Raw Women's Champion. We all know what she could do. Let one of the other ones get it if they're going to win. I just don't see it happening because, again, we can all agree. And if you don't comment, that you don't agree and why, I just don't see them taking an L. I don't think they could physically take 2 in 1 week. SmackDown's Women's Championship, Liv Morgan defends against Shayna Baszler. Yeah, I want to see Shayna get her moment personally. It's just me because I thought she had pretty good runs going. And the next thing, I thought she's been used terribly pretty much the whole time on the main roster. I don't see it happening because I think they're building, Liv Ronda again, but they also had that moment between Shayna and Ronda, so they built towards that. I just don't see it helping Liv. I mean, more than likely she's going to retain. I don't see in her beating Shayna proves she can hang with the MMA person. Improvement to build towards the next time her and Ronda. I just they already had them turn on her that fast by the ending of SummerSlam, which they told her to do. She was just doing her job. Look how bad that went, how fast it did. She was getting booed out of the building 10 seconds later. And I want to see Shannon get a chance. I just don't see, to see what she can do as champion after how dumb her and Nia's women's tag title reign ended up being. There at the end with Reggie and all that. I really want to see her get an actual shot, which, she was champion multiple times with H down in NXT. So it's not too far fetched of an idea. But I just don't see them having Liv do it here with Ronda still looming in the picture because we all know, I'm pretty sure they brought Ronda back She could face Becky at Mania. Becky could beat her. We could fix the ending. Yada yada yada. Ronda rides off into the sunset. That's just still the feeling. I could be wrong. I think that was the feeling the second her music hit. The first time, like, yeah, they're bringing her back to finish that. Because of the way that ended, it's just I want to see Shayna win. I really do. See what she can do. Everyone deserves a chance to see what they can do. And again, the ending they did with Liv at SummerSlam, pretty much. I mean, you've heard her get booed out of the building ever since. So I don't know. I do think that Liv's going to walk out though, just because I think they're building towards something bigger. Who knows? They might ever just somehow find a way to weasel out of it and piss the fans off even worse. I don't think she's ready to be it. Yeah, I think she still needs work on the mic, but we'll see. Yeah, if you have a different feeling, comment. But I think it still makes sense to have Liv walk out. Doesn't make sense any other way, no matter how much I want Shannon to get it, just because it would be a good change of pace in her career. Because since she got called up, it's just been a joke. Not sorry. Not sorry at all. And then Roman versus Drew for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Way too many words. I want Drew to win, personally. Business wise, it would be great to have him win there in Wales, but I don't see them dropping the titles off of Roman. I mean, he hasn't been pinned in forever, nothing clean. I'm sure there's going to be stupidity between the Usos, Sammy. Like, there's just too many outliering factors there. And then there's still the theory aspect. Could he cash in and or fail and then get pinned, or everyone's down, which then makes something weird happen? Do we see Cross come down and attack both of them? Double DQ. So Roman holds on, which sends us to like a triple threat somewhere. Like, there's so many different things. And I appreciate the fact that we're sitting there going, well, this could happen. That could happen too. But that could happen and set up that. Like, that's a good thing to see. Personally, I just, the Usos, the tribal chief, all that, like, get a break. If he doesn't get a break now, hold on to the title for a little bit longer and find a way to get him to drop a Survivor Series, Rumble, something. Him and The Rock are going to happen. I mean, it's inevitable. And I'm not complaining when I say that. But I'd like to personally see a break sooner than later, but there's too much involved. I mean, between the Usos, Sammy, Theory, Cross, anyone else that could surprise show up, who knows? Like, there's just too much stupidity, in my opinion, for it, like, to know what's going to happen. And that's, again, think all the things I just mentioned. How many times we go on the pay-per-view going, yep. We knew exactly what was going to happen. There's a lot of those where we think we know what's going to happen this time, but exactly how this one will end, I don't know. Never-ending possibilities on this one. I think it's going to be a good match. I just want to see how they're going to do it going forward. But again, fan-wise, I want Drew to win, just because it'd be nice to see a break from the tribal chief before he's gone and it's not yada yada. I mean, look how much of the show is dedicated to him. Just little videos and all that. Business wise, I'd love to see him do it again. Wales, Drew McIntyre, UK stadium tour, stadium show, first premium live event over there in 35 years at a stadium. It'd be fitting and great, but again, it's wrestling. So do they actually do it? I don't know. But you hear me from a fan basis and the business side, who I pick. So at least I gave those. It's just who to pick. I got nothing. So we'll see. I will say, closing it out, at the same, it gets really irritating seeing the same people that are bitching about people ruining like surprise returns and stuff, always writing dirt sheet reports or reports ruining the stuff. Talking about who's on flights. With Bray's on the flight over there to do this, or Strowman's and ready to resign. Like, and then they bitch because nothing's surprising anymore. It's more the same old same. Well, if you shut the hell up, stop doing all that stuff, people will be surprised more. Wouldn't be like an oh no, oh my god, like, yeah, we knew it was coming. Wouldn't be like that. Like, everyone's saying that it was a shock return by Cody, but that's my whole thing. Why ruin it? I complain that people always ruin things and then ruin it. Like, that makes you an ass, the worst kind of ass. I'd rather not know who's on flights or who's signing contracts and everything. So people show up and we go boom, and then you can write as many articles as you want after they're officially there and signed. be like, oh my God, holy shit, look what just happened. Without, looking into all this stuff and ruining it for the rest of the world if it does happen. I don't read like any of the dirt sheet stuff. Thankfully, I very rarely see it. I see, try to look at some of the ones Justin posts on the Facebook page, but I tried not to look at them, just especially as a lot of them are just bad predictions or reports that something could happen and nothing happens. Yeah, it's just I don't like it. I don't dig it, but I do dig Gunther and Sheamus again. I think that's going to steal the show. I think they're going to beat the living bejesus out of each other, which no one will complain about. If you complain about it, I think you're very wrong in the head. But I think that'll be the match of the night. And Kill It and Riddle and Seth should be really good. And the rest of it, we'll just see, where they're going to go with it and how they're going to do it. But thank you for watching, listening. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Share it out to the world because free advertising is the best. And until next time, peace.